So I didn't make it on this weekend, so I'm trying to make up for it now and give you guys something. I think it was the weather. I just wasn't feeling it. It's a lot of rain where I'm at. Anyway, let's go. Who cares about all that, right? I'm going to do your 3 collectives. Pull 3 different collective pulls, and then I'm going to start taking questions. Hopefully my moderator will join me. Hopefully. Hopefully I can get my moderator. Okay. This is good. So far, it looks pretty good. Uh-oh. What? All right, I'm going to start off with this first collective. And then I'll get into some questions. I know this is not the time I normally come on. So my crew, my normals, my regulars are probably doing their own thing. Okay, this is real nice. Way to start the morning off here. Spiritual warfare. Awesome. You gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. How am I already in the land of Nod here? Cheesy beats. Right. Oh my. You got the magician. Lord. And I mean it. Judgment, magician, the star and the devil. Lord. What is going on up in here? Hey, Empress. The truth. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. The truth is out here. Oh, my. Okay. All righty. Well, okay, truth. Let's go, truth times zero. The first collective listen. In the recent past, there's some fond memories. Oh, okay. All right, I'll go into story time here in a second. I really didn't know if I should. I contemplated not bringing it up because I don't like to get my personal business out there. First of all, y'all don't care. You got your own problems. Anyways, what I'm seeing in the recent past is a very fond memory. And some type of judgment, right? There is a fond, kind of funny memory where there's some type of embarrassment, right? It's almost like tripping. And you start running to play off that you didn't trip, right? That's what I'm saying. There's some type of fond memory where there was an opportunity to be a little biased, a little judgmental, and it was embarrassing, but we capitalized off of that mistake, right? You use what resources you have available at the time. As I said, it's kind of like tripping and then starting off a run to kind of play it off, right? At any rate, there's something like that going on in the recent past. Now, whatever this is, your current energy, there is this opportunity here, a huge opportunity here to capitalize off of something, an opportunity, a financial opportunity, a great one. This opportunity gets you out of a financial crisis. It's capitalizing. You get some type of great financial opportunity, and whatever this is going to help you with financial debts. Whatever this is, there's a lot of competition around it, but what you're sticking out. There's something about you that sticks out that can't be undisputed. Even if people wanted to argue it, the argument here is that you're bright. You're very bright. That's one thing that can't be argued. here. A great opportunity here for a financial opportunity. It's going to make you very happy. It's going to ease the pressure off of you. However, in the future, I am seeing something very rowdy, a chaotic event in the future. Wherever you're going, there's a bad reputation. There's temptation there. This is a rowdy bunch, and there's temptation here that you will have to reject. There's arguing here. There's some type of chaotic environment. And wherever you're going, you're meant to go there. You're some type of answered prayer. People need to see the truth. It seems like there's some embarrassing things that may have happened to you where you have the opportunity to capitalize. It may be that you need to be a little bit more down to earth with people. For whatever reason, they're looking up to you, that you're this main character energy, and you're around. It's like you have the opportunity to teach folks. This would be a younger crowd, because wherever you're going, there's a bad reputation. It's giving, there's an old movie, is it Roundhouse? Roundhouse. It's got Patrick Swayze in it, where he kind of goes into that dive bar, and he's trying to reinvent this dive bar. But there's a rowdy bunch in there. There's temptation here. There is. There is. This is being offered some type of financial opportunity that will get you out of some form of financial debt. I don't know if this is an internal argument, because you know that this is going to make you very happy, but in the future, there's like buyer beware here. This is a very rowdy environment with a lot of temptations. Probably wouldn't be the best place for kids. That said, you have the opportunity there to really make a difference. You know, you could be somebody's answered prayer at that time, and that's the truth. It seems like there's a message of hope here that you're selling in the future. And I don't mean selling, right? But there is a message of hope here for people that need to be turned around. Something like that. And I'm not trying to get to, what would I say, TLC on you, but that's what I'm seeing. Sorry. But I had this, recently I was going through a very bad situation. Something terrible happened. And I consider myself a relatively strong person. And I didn't cry or nothing. There was nothing to cry over. But there was, everybody has that moment where you've just been strong for too long. At any rate, I pulled into this very shady establishment, and it's known for being shady. And there was this couple guys there leaning up against the truck. There was only one parking space available. And in between where I needed to park, he's kind of pulling his shirt up to expose a gun to the guy that he's running his mouth to. And this place gets shot up pretty frequently. Anyway, I was there, and I was just at that moment where I didn't care. I was so frustrated and angry and upset. I didn't care. I needed to go into this store. I need to go into this establishment. I don't care. So I parked right in between the argument. I parked right in between them. Who cares? But then when I did it, I pulled up too far, and I hit the curb. There's this curb thing. You know the curb they put there, and you got to lower a vehicle. I hit the curb. And when I did that, it distracted the gentlemen that were arguing. I literally came in between the argument. And it distracted the gentlemen that were arguing. And he goes, "Damn!" And I had my window down, and I said, "Thank you for witnessing my very embarrassing moment." And I got out, and I'm looking at the damage to the vehicle, and he goes, "There ain't no damage." And I look up at him like, "How would you know?" Yes, it is damaged. Like, the lip caught the curb. It is damaged. But I didn't say anything. I didn't care. I walk into the store. And I'm holding it together pretty well, or so I thought. And I go to ask the cashier for the item that I needed. And at that point, I can't hold it anymore. And you know how you got that lump in your throat, and I could feel the tears welling up. And I'm trying to hold it together because I know if I speak, I'm going to just bust. And I'm pointing, and he can see, like, oh no, this lady is about to trip out in my store. And I managed to get the item, and just then this woman approaches me, heavier set black girl. She approaches me and she says, I'm sorry, ma'am, to bother you. And I look at her like, does it look like I'm about to give you any money? She said, no, I don't need any money. I hate to ask you this. Could I possibly get you to give me a ride? And I'm looking at her like, I know you lying right now. I know you crazy. She said, it's me and my kids. I said, where's your kids? Because she's standing there. She ain't got no kids with her. Long story short, she had hid her kids outside. She had these 3 little babies, because I thought she meant teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to get robbed. She had hid her kids behind this billboard outside. 3, 5, and 7. She hid these babies because that's where I was at. It was a very rough area. And I see them, and my heart just breaks. She got in the car, and she got about 1.5 miles down the road to go. She starts to cry, but she didn't do it loud. She just did it like in her hands. And she was doing it quietly. Like, for the kids in this back seat wouldn't have known unless they were really paying attention, but they weren't. And I didn't say a word to her. She said, it's just been so hard. And I said, yeah, I know, I get it. Anyway, I dropped her off, and that was that. But sometimes you could be going through a very hard situation, and you have the opportunity to turn something around for someone else, right? Make an impact somewhere else. So sometimes what can seem to be embarrassing, you can turn it around. That's kind of what I was getting out of that message. That lady needed help. And I understand why she hit her kids. It was a rough, it's a gas station on the corner, but it's just a very rough neighborhood. I guess she saw me, little white girl with collared shirt. Here, I'm about the one that's getting ready to, I'm about probably one of the most unhinged people there at the moment. Bless her heart. It didn't matter. But it's something like that where you have the ability to make an impact, right? Second collective. Okay. I'll do these couple collectives and I'm going to get into y'all's readings. Answered prayer. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, and I call this a collective, it's probably not meant for everybody. It's probably meant for the 1 or 2 that need to hear it. The handful of people that don't have the courage to come forward and ask a question. In the recent past, what I'm seeing is a very happy event where you were happy, but for whatever reason, we're happy, and then there's this heartbreak. There's an interference in your happiness in the recent past where the whole foundation just got ripped out. the whole foundation gets ripped out. Nothing will ever be the same. And there's something about you that knew it was going to happen. It's almost like it's too good to be true. It's like waiting on the other shoe to drop. It's like waiting on the rug to get ripped out from under you. Because we're happy, and then all of a sudden, third-party interference, everything gets wiped out. And for whatever reason, your intuition knew this. You knew this. You knew that this happiness just wasn't going to last forever. And there's something here about waiting on this love offer. You were waiting on this person, waiting on them to reach out. This was the happiest you'd ever been. You heartbroken, devastated, and just waiting to hear from this person. At any rate, you know, that said, there is something here about in the recent past where it looks like it's a very happy event. If somebody here was really going through something and you came through and offered some act of kindness. Your current energy, what I'm seeing here in this current energy is some form of financial codependence. You know, where we're financially codependent, whether that be financially codependent to a job, right? I mean, what pays you owns you, right? Whatever's feeding you owns you. There's financial codependence here. And a very challenging memory here from the past regarding some gentleman where everything just changed, and this person reflects fondly on that because something just worked. You made something work. This person was depressed, possibly injured, depressed, and there's something here about you showing up for this person, and you came through like some hero. In the future, this is a very challenging answered prayer. There's a gentleman here. I believe I'm reading for a gentleman. This is a very hard prayer to answer. I feel like I have a gentleman here that's praying. This is a challenging answer. This is hard. This is a hard prayer to answer. There's a gentleman here that wants a fresh start. Wants all the money and all the frills that go with it. He's excited about it. But there's something here about stepping into the unknown that is scary. You know, he's telling me that stepping into the unknown is scary. He gets really excited. He wants to do it. He sees all the potential for all this financial wealth. But stepping into the unknown is hard for him to do. He's scared to do it. He's scared. Well, I mean, your current energy looks like you're pretty financially codependent on whatever job you're currently at. And there's the challenge here of how long you've been there. It seems like you've been there for a long time, and all that would change. And you're looking for work, that could be tiring in itself. And you're saying, I got it pretty good where I'm at. I don't want to regret this decision. There's something here about your current energy where you're saying, people already know me. You know, you're pretty, a small town famous, like your little small town, you're kind of famous there. You're kind of famous there. But this Nine of Pentacles reverse. I feel like you've hit the financial ceiling. Wherever you're at, you're financially codependent, you're strapped. You've hit some form of financial ceiling wherever you are. But it's like, I really love it there, and all that would change, and I've been there forever. And when you think about work, have you noticed that you're getting lazy? This job looks a little bit too easy. And there's certain days where you're absolutely exhausted, and other days where, here's what I'm saying, I don't see the blade getting sharpened here. The blade's not being sharpened anymore. Your blade is getting rusty. You've hit some form of financial ceiling here. And I also feel like you're upset. You see other people getting ahead. You see other people getting promotions. And that's starting to take a toll on you. You know, when is it going to change? Well, this is a very challenging answered prayer for you, King of Pentacles. You want this fresh start. You want this 10 of Pentacles because you've capped out. This 9 of Pentacles challenge for you, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here about you being codependent to me, that's an environment. This is a change that has to happen. You've got the Tower and the Death card. This is a necessary change. What do you call that? Necessary evil. There's something here about working yourself to exhaustion and not being happy. Not being happy with where you are. And yes, you're getting, you do get accolades. Your current environment, you are recognized as a leader. Well, that's a challenging answered prayer to, if you want this new start and you want 10 of Pentacles, you need a change. There has to be an ending to a current situation to get a fresh start, sweetheart. And you're telling me, well, I'm scared and it's going to be hard and it could be physically challenging, right? Moving and such. But it is what it is, hon. You're going to, I'm the type of person, I want to take a chance and I want to see what else is out there. Or regret it forever. Right? Or regret it forever. Anyways, third collective. I would rather embarrass myself and know than not know. Third collective. Okay. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Oh. Right. I see it, the Fool. Yeah, I see you thinking about it. So in the recent past, I have some form of toxic environment where we're doing something too much. Something's going on in a toxic environment in the recent past. It's just turned toxic. And you come to this fork in the road of what action do I take? And I'm still trying to be fair. Still trying to be fair within this toxic environment that I'm in, where there is something that is being done into excess. There is something that's being done into excess in the recent past. What action do I take? I see a female here that's made her mind up and did something. She's definitely moved on an action in the recent past. And whatever action this is, it was an attempt to be fair. Justice is here. I'm trying to bring justice to a situation. I'm trying to be fair about this. The challenge is that this Empress has moved on. The challenge of her leaving and moving. On to something else. And this person's very passionate about it. Whoever this female is made her mind up and she's out in the recent past. Gone. Doing so single. Looking for options for a way out in the recent past as well. Very, very set, very made her mind up there. Excited about it. Now, this current energy, what I'm seeing is an equal give and take of money. This could be a payout. What is fair? I see buying new things, out having a good time, cheersing it up. And the truth is, there's something here about rejection. And it's just hard. The current energy is just hard. It's very difficult. Physically difficult to make a change. Physically difficult to make a risk. And you see that somebody in this current energy is definitely leveled up. They have money. They seem to be out enjoying life. And the truth is, you feel what? Left behind? The truth is I see it and I feel left behind. I feel rejected. Someone here in this energy feels rejected, feels left behind. There's a challenge of physical movement. This is hard. There's a lot of pressure here. And pressure is mounting. You know, there's a chance here that you have to take in the current energy if you want to overcome this. And in the future, I see you getting more focused. How are you going to overcome this? And the issue is, this is, even in the future, you stand there stuck, trying to understand perspective of someone else. The challenge of physically going there. The challenge of physically trying to get ahead. And it's like you're looking for avenues on how to physically advance. Maybe this isn't a career. Because you're very focused and you want to know someone else's perspective in the future. However, the challenge of the chariot, the challenge of how you're going to get there, the challenge of the pathway that you're going to take, the challenge of the financial pathway, that's something that you need to consider before you take this risk, for sure. I mean, you know, the full upright is a calculated risk. It's weighing the pros and the cons, right? What's going to make everybody happy? And the truth is, sitting there right now is not doing you any good. This has become heavy. It's become too much. Yes, it's hard. It is going to be hard. It's not, if it was easy, right, everybody would be taking this risk. If this was so easy. And the challenge in the future, there's something here you need to overcome, and it mostly is you. Getting you to see someone else's perspective. It looks like the challenge of also getting you alone. Maybe there's some alone time that you do well. You think well in the car. But you need to figure out your path. And you need to figure out your path, especially within a career path, is what I'm seeing. The challenge of moving on. The challenge of getting the show on the road, right? There's something here about physical movement and a brand new financial opportunity. And I'm seeing a lot of haters. I'm seeing a lot of haters on this couple. Why is so many people, there's people bullying. There's something here about physical movement, especially an opportunity for financial gain. This is a big opportunity for money, and I'm seeing a lot of bullying on a female. This would be a female you care about. You know, it could be a family member, a daughter, or a love connection. But there's a lot of bullying and hatred for this woman. And if this is one of those, if this is one of these divine contracts where I just see a lot of bullying on this female, a sweet girl. She doesn't deserve it. A lot of bullying, a lot of hating on this contract. And if this is a contract for new employment, I see a lot of bullying and a lot of hating going on, a lot of snide remarks. All right, let me take y'all's questions. Thank you for the donation, whoever donated. Thank you so much. Melissa Cornett, thank you. Melissa Cornett, what you're asking is a general question. I need something in the form of a yes or a no. I do free tarot readings for folks, but all questions need to be in the form of a yes or a no. Melissa Cornett. Yeah, just a recap here on the collective. Look, there's something here that's been a burden in the recent past, especially This is a financial burden, bad news. There's something here about being in a family. And the challenge of this new financial start, there's nothing but bills in the mailbox. And it's challenging because things are going up in price. The current energy, it looks like we're looking for options for the whole family, right? You want to present this offer to the whole family. And there's something here about your strength, your discipline. And I'm seeing you being afraid for the family, afraid to do something for yourself, It's almost like you're afraid to tell them you want more. I want more. I want to do this for myself. I want more. In the future, listen, there's a gentleman here. I do see where you need to save some money. You're going to absolutely need to save some money. However, should you ever get the balls to do this, I do see your other half is here. There's a counterpart here. If you want to make this right, there's some type of answered prayer and a contract here. Once you make the decision here to move forward, it is going to require you to save some money. It's going to require you to have some chastity about you. But I do see your other half here, and I do see where things will be made right. This is an answered prayer. Okay, let me get back to Cornet. She donated. Is your name Melissa or Jessica? I'm sorry. Melissa. Melissa Cornet, do you have a yes or a no question? Did you see my yes or no question? Are me and Joe going to stay together? I didn't mean, that's okay, no worries. Hold on. No, I didn't see it, but I see it now. No worries. Are you and Joe going to stay together? Okay. So, something's going on between Melissa and Joe. I'm going to go back up here to the top so I don't miss anybody. What's going on between Melissa and Joe? Melissa wants to know if Joe and Joe's feelings about this. Yeah, Melissa, there's something going on where that collective reading, I think, had something to do with you, but let me keep going. What's going on with Melissa and Joe? Are they going to stay together? How's Joe feeling about this? Oh, Lord, Spirit, don't make me say that. Okay, damn, girl. I didn't want to say this. Joe's tired of hearing you run your mouth. I don't know how to say that. Okay, let me back up and punt here. Listen, so in the recent past, it looks like, this is an opportunity, to create a family, and it looks like to give you everything that your little heart desires. This is the American dream. And somebody here is just waiting to be happy, waiting to start a family. Let's start it, and let's start buying furniture, and let's do all this stuff in the recent past. This is amazing. Waiting to exhale, waiting to be happy. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, this is great. But what is this current energy? Because the current energy, it's almost like your dreams... This person already made your dreams come true in the recent past. This is a huge opportunity in a family, and we're doing all this and that. And this is amazing. But your current energy, there's some type of event here where tables are kind of turning, where we could take advantage of this opportunity and make this a good thing or not such a good thing. And how you strategize it will be up to you. But what the feeling I'm getting from Joe is like he's starting to wonder if this is a karmic relationship. What is this turning into? Because there's a strategy here to win, but it's like somebody's just always wanting the spotlight. I don't know if this is social media. And I see somebody in the current energy trying to strategize how to win, how to get all this public recognition. I don't know if they're trying to do this by strategizing like a bad event, capitalize off of some bad circumstance to turn it in their favor so they get some type of public recognition, is what it kind of feels like, because in the future, he's exhausted. If this is bad publicity, really, but he's exhausted. It just seems childish. There's a lot of financial codependence. Meaning there's more bills hitting the mailbox than what somebody can keep up with. It's like, damn, that was stupid. Because in the future, I'm seeing this person tired. I'm exhausted. I need a break. There's been a lot of childish activity going on. And now somebody's, this could be bad interest rates on credit cards. Bills coming due. And the pressure of it. And what I'm seeing is the future of this. I see the guy, he's tired. Tired of hearing somebody run their mouth. He feels financially drained. Somebody's become financially codependent upon him. And the Ten of Wands, it's a lot of pressure on him. A lot. Because it almost feels like somebody has fallen in love with the other person's hand and not so much their heart. And it's a shame, because in the recent past, it wasn't like that. I see us building a family and just buying everything. Oh my God, this is amazing. And now we're getting all this public recognition for it. But there's a strategy to this. I mean, this person, I'm telling you, he's tired. He wants a rest in the future. It's too much to keep up with. There's financial codependence, interest rates coming due, and it's too hard. It's too much pressure. He just wants to let it go. Too much. Let's just let it go. Right, gotta let it burn. Tired of the arguing? Somebody here always wants fresh something. I want fresh. What's new? What are we doing? There's a lot of this public eye, and somebody here almost feels like the other person's only doing it for the public attention. There's a lot of public attention here. It just gets old in the future. This gets old in the future. And I'm not trying to be mean. I got to tell you what the cards say. Yeah, I've got to tell you, in the recent past, there's no discipline at all. Zero discipline. And it's left someone extremely vulnerable. Yeah, I got a real princess here. This seems to be Joe's feelings. There's no discipline at all. This, if this is in regards to a child, it just seems like this is if this is his feelings towards you, it's like this is a kid that was always told yes, no discipline at all, always wants their way, extremely selfish, talks a lot, obnoxious, says whatever's on their mind, a little promiscuous. Always gets their way. And if we're talking about a kid, anyway, I hate to be mean. I don't know what else to say about that. Magnet to love. Is there any love coming in the near future for magnet to love? Any love coming in the near future for magnet to love? Well, for whatever it's worth, listen, magnet to love, what I'm seeing is something here was made right in the recent past. If this was something to do with a legal, anything had to do with legal or court, whether it did or it didn't, something was made right in the recent past, and no doubt it hurt. There's something here about a heartbreak in the recent past. And no doubt this hurt, but there's something here where you needed to stand up for yourself, and whatever this did, it built your confidence. It really did. It could have been a third party confronting you, however way be the way. It was made right. It really was. If anything, it taught you how to stand up for yourself. Boundaries and such. Your current energy looks like you have a lot of options when it comes to dating. And you just trying to learn other people's perspectives, especially when it comes to boundaries, because it seems like you're at this point in a breakthrough, but you do have boundaries, a lot of them. And I see you really focused on conversation aspects. Are you dating? It looks like you're dating a lot. Because you have a lot of fish in the swimming pool around you. Have you taken a good look around? Because it looks like you're making this harder than what needs be. Have you focused on the people around you? It seems like you got a lot of options here. You come across as like one of them people that can't see the forest for the trees, because right in the future, yeah, there's an answered prayer, but I hate to see you cheat yourself on this. The challenge of you cheating yourself out of a victory because you keep holding yourself back. Do you want me to go on the dates for you? You're hanging out too long and you're staying behind closed doors. You need to get out there. You've got a ton of options right around you. It's almost like somebody's starving in the ocean and with a full tackle box and a rod and a reel and I don't know, are you blind? Because when it talks about perspective, it's like, do you not see? Open your eyes. I don't know, something about perspective. You're robbing yourself out of an answered prayer. You're holding yourself back. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you're waiting on the, what do you call that, love at first sight or the thunderbolt, but you're robbing yourself. This magnet to love business as well, let's talk about that, because this Ace of Cups devil, that's where you take something into excess. So yeah, you're attracting love, but it's into excess. Magnet to love, I guess so. Ace of Cups devil, that would be attracting love to excess, where you've got a lot of potential there, a lot of temptation and a lot of potential there for stuff to get abused. So I would pause before you take action, because you don't want to make this thing harder than what need be. Magnet to love. Is love coming towards Anita Soniker? I have told Anita a yes or no question. I'm going to have to start rephrasing these questions. Anita Sonecker is single. Do you see love coming towards her in the near future? Or what is it that she needs to change? What you continue to do will continue to happen. You have a pattern here that I'm seeing. You keep rinse, washing, and repeating and wanting something, you're expecting a different result, yet you do the rinse, wash, and repeat. You're doing something like rinse, wash, and repeat. We do this every day. It's like Groundhog Day, and yet you are anticipating a different result. What you continue to do will continue to repeat. Oh, Lord, no. Okay, I see. Hold on, Anita, because I don't want to be mean to you here, and I don't like what I'm seeing. This is some type of karmic pattern I'm seeing. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, look. Hey, listen, Anita, the devil's in the details of whatever's going on with you. There's something in the recent past that you need to get over. You know, I think whatever this is, you were hurt, your feelings were hurt, and that was a challenge for you to get over, but sometimes you get stuck there and you tend to focus there as well, where you're giving too much energy to it. So, what I'm really seeing in the recent past, there's something here where you witnessed something, and it's exhausting. And to me, it looks like you witnessed a female where a female had to constantly do the 50-50, where she had to maybe pay her own way. And there's temptation here to do what someone else did. Like, that's the strategy. Like, I have to, I've got to pay my own way through this. And I see you doing what you need to do. You're coming across as a very single person. Very single person. You're putting yourself out there, and you're kind of, you're showing off your assets, meaning, if you have an education or you have a good job, and you're just waiting. You're waiting on someone to see you, to approach you, to talk to you. But what I don't like about this, I don't. Because there is something here where you're not doing yourself any favors. It's like you're attracting bums. It's like you're attracting bums that are only seeing you for a ride. Like you have a nice car. It's like you're dating people of lower status than you. Or there's some type of temptation here of wanting, it's like, well, here's a strategy. I'll just date someone that doesn't have as much as me. Because there's something here about the past, a negative memory from your past, and this is a woman in your family that did that. Did you see how hard it was for this woman? There is a woman here that carried all the weight in the family. And I don't know if this is a woman in your family that's reminding you, like, you don't want to end up like Aunt Betty or your cousin Teresa or whoever. I hate to see you rip yourself off here. Because there seemed like there's this temptation here. And I also see that you have some type of grudge. You feel like an outsider. You're seeing everybody else move on. You may be also doing something just as a payback, like you want to show people that you made it. You know, you do have nice things now. I'm going someplace. Just don't take this into excess, because I'm telling you, you're creating some type of karmic cycle doing this during this process. It's just going to get harder and harder and harder. That said, dating down, if you're considering dating down, meaning like you make $100,000 a year or you make $200,000 a year and you want to date a guy that only makes $50,000 a year, that's unequal. You're going to be unequally yoked. Because it's telling me you're exhausted, and I'm trying to push forward. I'm trying to find somebody that will be give me reciprocity. And there's this temptation here to do something sketchy. And in my opinion, it's do something sketchy like date down. As in someone who's not earning as much as you. You see this person, they need help. They have a lot on their plate. This person needs help. I'm telling you, there's a bad memory from the past. You're just always going, if you continue on this cycle, you are going to repeat the past in a very negative way, where you will be expected to carry the financial weight in the future. That's what I'm seeing. And I'll do with that information what you will. I also see you carrying a grudge for those that are, it's like, I feel like there's some type of snide remarks or something where somebody's saying something about, they're kind of rubbing it in your face about how they're married, and they know that you're single. And whoever's doing that to you, listen, there's a lot you don't know. Whoever this chick is that's doing that to you, making these little snide remarks, listen, that lady is paying a lot more than what you're aware of. She's coming across as somebody that carries all the financial weight, all the burden. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Somebody, it seems like there was a comment made that made you feel really bad. And it just exposed someone's nasty, negative nature to you, where they wanted to pick on the one vulnerability that you had, and it was that you were single. It was like their opportunity to kick you while you were down, something like that. Don't be tempted to date down. You're going to end up just like this person. You hear my dog snoring? Listen, the recent past, you've worked really hard, and everybody can see that you've worked really hard, especially if this is in some form of career, whatever you're doing. Everybody can see that you're working really hard on that career goal. Right now, there's not a real need to focus on relationships. In time, in the future, yes, I do see you being married, emperor. But what you are attracting is an emperor status. This is a man that you will be married to. You don't get any better than the emperor and the dead. But this type of guy is rare. Right now, they're telling you not to focus on relationships. This is not what you need to focus on. Focusing on your career right now is the best thing that you can do. Don't focus on a relationship right now. I do see an emperor in the future. I do see you getting married. But that type of relationship is rare. It's also an older man, much older. Meaning I think you're a little too young to be focusing so much on getting settled down and focusing on marriage. There is a female in the future. It's almost like you're gonna, there's something about repeating a karmic cycle, somebody saying something stupid to you, and you feeling like time's running out. Time's not running out. You don't want to end up like this girl who's carrying all the financial weight on her back. There's a lot more going on behind closed doors than what you're aware of. She brings in all the groceries. She opens his car door. Okay, girl? She picks up the check when they go out to eat. Paul wants to know, will Trump's name be opened up on the Epstein files? Good question. Yes or no? Will Trump's name be opened up on the Epstein files? Well, someone here is majorly worried about that. This person's got deep pockets, though. Seven of Pentacles. I mean, this person, I see a lot of worry about what this is going to cost them. However, they got deep pockets and a lot of assets, but they're worried about the cost it's going to have on their assets. Ooh. Look at all these reversals, all these fives, all these 57 fails. Boy, look at all these kids. You got a lot of kid cards. Pages or children. You got a lot of pages out here. No, honey, no. It's never going to come out. No. So there was a leak of this information in the recent past, and people got a glimpse of it. Two of Swords in reverse. They got a glimpse of it. This wasn't hard to see. Ray Charles could see it. There's no disputing that. Five of Wands reverse. There's no argument. There's no dispute. The answer is yes. However, the current energy is Five of Pentacles reverse. There's somebody here that doesn't have enough money. They're broke. They're poor. If they were to come for this guy, everybody knows that as well. It's not hard to see. There's something here about Five of Pentacles reverse. That's poverty. Poverty. And I'm seeing something where people were impulsive. And if you look into this, I mean, it's not hard to see. There's something here about poverty in the current energy and people being impulsive and going to take a look. Because in the future, you could check it out for yourself. These are people with nothing to lose. They have no assets. They have no money. They're very miserable. They have nothing. And this is an answered prayer to get love. It would ease their burdens. You do with that information what you will. But the truth is not a bulletproof vest, okay? There's more to this scandal than what you believe. This is poverty. And when you look at these people, this is Knight of Wands. This is sex workers, right? This is people that do impulsive things because they have no money. They don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. There is no happiness there. Well, this is an answered prayer for anybody there looking for love. However, no, I don't see this ever going public, no. The Sun reverse, no. Ever coming to light, no. No, maybe if this person goes completely broke, where they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, they lose everything. But no, as long as there's people out here that are willing to, barter love, you got to think when people end up in situations like that, how did they get there? How did they get there? I don't believe that all those people on that island were stolen. Okay? Do I believe that they were misled? Perhaps. But it's like getting in the form of slavery. It's the same topic of slavery. It's being sold out by your own people. However, no, I do not ever see that. Those people, they would lose everything. Seven of Pentacles reverse, exposing this person, they would lose everything. They would lose everything. Life would become very hard for them. Their life would become miserable. It's just a little bit more. No, I don't ever see them being exposed. No. The Empress PR22. How are Ram's thoughts for the future of our relationship? Myself. On and off communication. What are Ram's thoughts of Pooja? They have on and off communication. this sounds a very situational ship to me. Ram thoughts for Pooja. No, I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this guy at all. I don't. No. No, this is Narcissist 101. Yep. I don't know where he learned this shit, but he learned it. And he learned it well. He's good at it. And I don't think you see it. They're telling me Ace of Swords challenge. You really don't see it. You don't see it. Temperance. You believe everybody's good and loving and kind. And this guy's some type of answered prayer. Okay, well, let's talk about old Mr. Answered Prayer. Oh, goodness. So, in the recent past, this person made you very happy. A very blissful state of happiness. The happiest you've ever been. This person came across like a protector. Just a very blissful state of happiness. You felt very protected, very safe. You were with a warrior. Things moved very fast. But then it would move fast, and then what? Page of Wands. Then what? We're just flirting? It's like we move fast, and then we flirt. Because there's like, this thing develops really quick, but then we Page of Wands. What? That's a dramatic drop in speed. Especially if you ask where this is going. That would be the big fat red elephant in the room. The current energy is you don't know. Ace of Swords challenge. It's kind of hard to tell. And the reason it's so hard for you to understand, the reason why you're struggling with clarity is the amount of time that you're willing to stand there and be patient with this guy because you feel like he's some type of answered prayer. In the future, this guy's an asshole. King of Swords reverse. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator. He has used all this time and all your patience against you. Your willingness to be kind, your willingness to give it more time, your willingness to heal things. He could even, you're coming across as somebody that believes in fate and religion. This is somebody that would exploit your religious beliefs and your faith. They would twist those words around. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator. He's a liar. He's very good at it. Magician upright. He uses every trick that he's been taught. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He paints you, this is a guy that would give you options, but really there was never any options. This is a guy that's going to say, well, you have two options. But really, he's only giving you one option because who would ever choose option number two? And third of all, why is the hell is this guy giving you? He feels like the thing of it is he's made this framework where this guy is all you see. You don't see any other man out there. And he's using this to exploit. He's exploiting this. He's so nasty and negative with you that he uses you in the future. And when he has no other options, maybe you'll get your turn. If you think it's bad now, it gets way worse in the future. He's learned this methodology from, I don't know where he learned it from, but he's definitely learned it from his childhood, his past. He's in no rush with you. Furthermore, I see him hurting you repeatedly in the future. He is a liar. This is someone that's going to exploit anything that you ever shared with him. He's going to exploit it and use his words to hurt you. You're going to be this is somebody that will call you foul names, call you out your name. And when the future comes, you're going to have nothing but bad memories to reflect back on. He's nasty. He's very nasty. This is somebody that's going to exploit the fact that you see no other men. Now, in the future, this gentleman may also, because you're so willingness, it's like you're not getting the picture, you're not getting the framework here, you just keep giving it more time, you keep looking at this guy as an answered prayer. He could get very cruel with you in the future when telling you no. The answer is no. Whether or not he tells you, either way, I see you getting hurt. And you're going to reflect back that you had all this time and you focused on one gentleman and healing it with this one individual. And in the future, you've wasted a lot of time with one guy that's very nasty. And he could be very cruel when he tells you, no, it's not going to work out. If he chooses to do that, I think he's just going to keep you around when he has no other options. He's going to keep you around. And I see you just becoming, he's going to just hurt you, continue to hurt you. He's going to continue to drain you. It's going to take a toll on your self-confidence, your self-esteem. But I mean, at that point, you're not going to have anybody else to blame but yourself. Anything else for Pooja regarding Ram? What you're doing is very childish. There's very childish and miserable. The issue is this person can do no wrong. It's very childish. It's very immature. Bad reputation. Things that we're not proud of, that we don't want to come to light. Miserable, not happy. Very immature. Someone's just not a grown-up. I'm going to remind you that you need to be 21 to be here. 18 is not the rule. 21 to be here. I mean, I get it. Listen, I can't, if this is what you want, honey, this is what you're going to get. It's a very challenging answered prayer, but you're hell-bent on it. You're hell-bent on it, and Spirit's here to tell me this is what Pooja wants. Pooja has held on to this guy and held on to him and obsessed herself there. Where this guy rents all the space in your head. You can't tell me otherwise. Every ounce, every second of your day, he rents all the space. It's all occupied. He's king ding-a-ling. He can do no wrong. You've put this guy up on an altar like he is God. The whole time he looks at you, like Queen of Wands reversed. Someone who is promiscuous, mouthy, obnoxious, vulnerable, weak. That won't learn her lesson. You won't learn your lesson. He doesn't admire you. He doesn't think very kind. He thinks your self-esteem is in the gutter. He considers you vulnerable. He puts you beneath him. In the future, it's like Burger King today. If have it your way. If you, in the future, you're going to get hurt. And if that's your idea of good memories, that's a very challenging answered prayer for the heavens. But hey, have it your way. 3 of Swords, you are going to get your heart broke. And then you're going to have to heal. And that's the truth. And then you're going to carry this huge grudge. You're going to have this huge grudge. And you may even want revenge on this person. And Spirit will be there to pick you up and move you forward. But it's hard getting you to change your mind. You got a spirit guide here saying, good luck changing her mind. Good luck. She thinks she can heal everything. But your willingness to be healing and kind, and it's being used against you. Ishita is getting proposals for marriage. You must be in a different country. Hey, I want to ask, will I be able to marry someone I'd be happy with? Because I am getting proposals, but I'm getting nervous. Yeah, you must be in a different country. What country are you from, Ishita? Ishita Kumar, what country are you from? You're from India. Okay. I just watched a documentary on India recently. I'd like to go there. They've done a lot of restoration there to improve. I was so fascinated with the Taj Mahal. Okay. Ooh. Wow, I'd say Ishita. Big celebration in the past. Right. This is legal and binding. Queen of Pentacles. Definitely. Going very religious, very big ceremony. This is a fresh start. This is where you're put up on stage. Right. Everybody sees this couple. 4 Wands. This thing moves really fast. It's a huge public event. It's a big deal. I don't know what the religious ceremony there is, but it's very exciting. It could go on for a while. I don't know how, this could be a couple days. I'm not for sure. The practice is there, but this is a big deal in the recent past. Big deal. People are celebrating. Fresh start, moves fast. Right into the relationship. Queen of Cups, go ahead. What is this Page of Wands? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. See, it was going great. It was going great, see? And then it doesn't go great. What the hell? I was not expecting this at all. I see all this, I know how to count cards. And now they're just spelling it out. Okay, yeah. Look, honey, this thing, it looks like, this is when families come into union, 10 of Cups, big celebration in the past. But there's something in the past about being impulsive and needing to slow down. This could be travel plans being canceled, but there's something here about this thing moving entirely too fast. It needs to slow down right now. Hold on. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. We've went the wrong way. This is not a public victory. This is a loser. And everybody can see that this thing is not right. Judgment, there's a lot of very judgmental people here, a lot of biases. No, no. Knight of Wands, reverse. No, this is impulsive. This is too young, too immature. Go back, slow down. This is the wrong, you're going the wrong way. This is a bad decision. You need to hesitate. There's this big weight. This is nothing to celebrate. This is a spectacle, and everybody can see it. Someone here has a high opinion, a very opinionated, very judgmental family. The current energy with you, there is something here about you having strategy here and being able to hold something off to where you get your way, and you can be kind of selfish in this regard, because I'm saying there's something here, you're coming across as a sweet girl, Queen of Cups. And there's a way here that you can get away with something. You're able to hold off, hold back, and doing this will make you happier. This is a good thing for you. It keeps you single. In the future, there's something here about a very small action that you will take, and you're going to learn the perception of someone. If there's something about you asking the right questions in the future, whatever you do, you're going to, someone here is going to be sorry. If you move forward with this, there's something here about you needing to gain perspective of whatever situation you're in, because someone here is trying to move something forward very quickly. And this is something, they're trying to get away with something. There's a challenge here of letting one go, because it's going to make them happy. One person gets to be happy. You make this very childish decision. You need to learn someone else's perspective, what they're really up to. You start asking very serious questions, or you're going to regret it. I have nothing else to say. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to be pulling all day, trying to get to the bottom of that. There's something here about using discernment, or you'll regret it. And there's a way that you can stall this thing. Yes, this could be great, but whatever it is, you really need to start asking some very hard questions so that you don't regret the rest of your life. I know that sounds cliche, like a fortune cookie, but I don't know how else to say that. Because it seems like whatever you do, somebody could, when it comes to your perspective, one of this future spouse of yours, does this person care? Because it seems like they treat you very childish. And when it's time to get your perspective on things, anything you say is coming across as bitchy and rude. You have the opportunity. If you don't, you're going to regret it. Gigi is looking for work. Gigi wants to know when they're going to get a job, right? Well, there's been a delay on your work. Why is this such a hard decision when it comes to your work? There's been a huge delay with your work. Why is that? Hard decision when it comes to work. Gigi, 47. When am I getting a job? What is the delay? Are you not looking? Why is this such a hard decision for you? Nice, okay. Okay, listen, Gigi, I see that you're waiting around and you're nervous. You're getting worried. I'm waiting around on my ship to come in here. I'm getting worried. Especially if you're waiting on one particular individual to take action from you in the past. This gentleman seems like he was very interested. It could involve a distance. The issue is wherever you're trying to go, it's extremely competitive. And a lot of people, this would be an answered prayer for a lot of folks, to be fair with you. There's something here about the speed of a background check as well. Your current energy is you have good news coming. There's a maybe answer. So you're getting feedback. There's some type of news coming. It's not good. It's not bad. But it has everything to do with timing and money. I see that this is a good job offer, Nine of Pentacles. It's good money. In the future, this is a contract. There's a contract here in the future for sure. There's just something here on the timing, and I do see whoever this is. It seems like you're waiting to hear back from one person in particular. I see feedback coming this week, right now, in your current energy. It has something to do with timing. But things have definitely turned in your favor. And I see this Nine of Pentacles, great money here. I see stability in your future, this contract. Again, with the timing, there's something here about being patient with this person. Why High Priestess reverse? Why High Priestess reverse? Okay, that's okay. Here's the thing. This thing takes time. Whatever this company is, it seems like there's one offer in particular here. It's not that they've told you yes, they haven't told you no. There's something here with the timing. You need to be patient with this person, this company. I see you here. And the issue is like, how long? Hello, how long? You're ready to go. I'm very focused on this. I can do whatever you want. Also, when you get there in the future, slow down. Because I see there's something here where you don't trust your intuition, and you get in there and you're like a bull in a china shop. You want to do everything too much, and it's like you need to slow it down. Good thing, it takes a while to make good things. But you want everything right now, especially when you get your foot in the door. There's something here about not trusting your intuition. Slow down. This contract's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for you to learn everything there as well, okay? You have a very nervous nature about you, very worried all the time. Gigi, Minaj, I don't know how you say your name. Jessica Little, that's not a yes or no question. Kajil, yeah, that's not a yes or no question. Anakit, I'm well. Thank you for asking. Anakit. Will I clear my CA final exams for November 2026? Annika, will we clear the CA exams I guess, what is that, California? I don't know. CA final exams for November 2026. Okay, look, I don't know how this is going to make sense to you. I'm just going to read it. There's something here about in the recent past, you resting. I see you resting, and even when you're at rest, you're worried. Even when you're at rest, you're worried. It's like the minute you wake up, you're back in this sense of worry, where there's nothing you can do about it. But you can't. There is you've got a lot of rented space in your head when it comes to this. I guess this is some form of career path. When it comes to your stability, it takes up all the mental space. It takes up all the mental space, even when you go to sleep. It's like it's the minute that your eyes open, you're back obsessed about this. A lot of worry because there's nothing you can do. It's out of your control. Whatever this is, I do see an offer coming towards you. Current energy. There's something here about competition. This is an answered prayer just to get this invite, just to get this offer. It's good news. You're going. However, there's unfinished business here. I see you having to move, and now you feel like you can breathe again. But we have unfinished business. When you get there, you may have more expenses. When you get there, you may have more expenses. Also, you're going to have to, there's something here about paying to play. You're going to have to give more. There's something here about paying someone to stand out, to get above the competition. I see this. Whatever this invitation is, it's competitive. It's an answered prayer. It's good news. You're going. But don't think this is over. It's not over by a mile. The world reverse. You've got unfinished business. There's something here in the future I do see where you may have to pay. However, if you want to get your due in the future, equal give and take. If you want to stand out above the crowd, there's something here about you paying a little bit more. Upping your value to stand above the crowd. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the crowd. You're going to get lost in the crowd. You're not going to win at this thing. You get what you pay for. There's something here about you in the future. There's a need for you to stand out. Somebody here might want to confront you about your value, what you feel you're worth. Don't underbid yourself, because there's something here about not knowing the worth, not knowing your worth. That's what losers, like if they say, what is your expectation for something? Like if this is a salary, there's something here about needing to negotiate, because I just don't want to see you lose out on this thing. Needing to know one's value. You are going to have to pay what you weigh in the future. You are, if you want to stand out on this thing. There is a need to stand out above the crowd. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the crowd. Whatever that means to you. Equal give and take. You need to stand out, otherwise you're going to lose. There's something here about equal give and take, needing to negotiate, otherwise you're going to lose at this thing. I also see where you need to put forth more effort in order to stand out from the crowd, otherwise you're going to lose at this thing. You're not going to be seen as, you're going to get lost with everybody else. In the future, you may have paid for something, and when you get to the counter, somebody can say that they lost your paperwork, you got lost in the shuffle somewhere. I see that also being a possibility, whatever that means to you. Anakin. Francis, you're welcome. Francis John, if you're still here, can Francis trust Jay? Can Francis trust Jay? Francis trust Jay? I heard that. Was this person just recently divorced or something? Somebody's coming across as recently divorced. Something like that. Something terrible happened. Older person. Seven. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't get caught up on this. So, the recent past, there is a gentleman here that is very judgmental. They have an opinion. And you may feel the same way this gentleman does. It's something here extremely challenging for an older gentleman, where his whole foundation got rocked. Things will never be the same. You could even agree with this person. However, there's a challenge. It created a lot of challenges for the gentleman. And whoever this gentleman is, whether it be you or him, their hands aren't clean in it. Their hands are not clean. Judgment was called, and that's it. The tower fell. Things will never be the same. His hands ain't clean. So, the current energy is this person here is protecting. They could be claiming to be protect children. If there is no children, here's the deal. This person is protecting the past, is what they're doing. They get very defensive of the past. Even though they're single, trust your intuition here. The challenge of getting this thing off the ground, whatever it should be, the challenge of going out in public, this person's always bored, they want to hang out at home, and trying to get to learn their perception. Nothing you say, nothing you suggest, because they don't see any options. They don't see things the way you do, because there's a challenge of going in public. There's a challenge of getting bored. The challenge of this person just not seeing your value. They just want to, and not only that, they hold a lot of things back. This person's coming across as frugal. And you're trying to see their perspective here, but what option does that leave you? It is just, I would give it up. The current option is just give up. Just give it up. It's not going to work. Because in the future, there is something here about revenge, third party heartbreak, and this person just wanting to rip and run and get out there. This person has a desire. There is something here about a grudge in the future and a third party heartbreak. And somebody here just wanting to go out to be seen, out on the town with someone else. And what action to take is, are you going to go along with this program? Are you going to go along with it? Because I could tell you what, even if you do, you're going to pay your own way. You're going to be going, this person's going out hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza. They're going out for all the wrong attention and for all the wrong reasons. They're going out just to get back at somebody because they're heartbroken. When they do go out, this is somebody that's going to want to spend money just to get back at someone. This person's, one of these people is still putting a past person up on a pedestal. That's why they seem not interested, because they're still holding on to that. They feel like the past was as best as it's ever going to get. Don't you see that? Now, this is somebody that's reflecting too much on the good old days. They don't see any other options. It just seems hopeless. And in the future, they have this grudge, this need for revenge, because their heart's broken. They want to get all done up, and whatever action you decide, you're going to pay for it, whether this is door fees or picking up the check. But giving to this, just know that this person's carrying a grudge. Trust your gut on this. This person's harboring a lot of resentment. They're not over it. Somebody in this situation's not over it. I'm not saying this guy, the challenge of the emperor, it's like somebody that still has hope that they can get that old thing back. But this person's hands ain't clean. There's a reason why the tower fell. There's a lot of need in the future. This person wants revenge. Their heart's broken. They want to now they want to be seen. Whatever action you do with this person, make sure that you've got money on you, money in your purse. Because all of a sudden they're going to want to get dressed up and they're going to want to go out and spend some money, and it's all because they're trying to get back at somebody. But they're doing it for them. There's that Judgment again. Why is this guy coming across so frugal? Yeah, wow. Listen, I'm worried about this person's state of mind. Because this person comes across as very fair. This person knows right from wrong in the recent past. However, the current energy, especially with their money, their time, their money, their energy, their effort, their resources, they're very frugal. And it's like, well, that's how people with money, keep money, because we know how to spend it, okay? This person, Nine of Swords challenge, they're a worrywart. This is somebody that could have OCD. They have mental issues, hon, that has nothing to do with you. The challenge of this person's worries and their obsessive thoughts, it gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves at this point. There's a gentleman here that's getting on my nerves. That's going to get on your nerves as well, with all their worries and their compulsions and their OCD or whatever the hell it is. When it comes to Francis trusting Jay, Aniket, you didn't get skipped. I read for you. Johnny Van de Venner. Johnny Vandy Venter. Is David chatting with other women's? This person's sneaky as hell. Yeah, there's something about however they do it. It's almost like somebody that would have hidden file folders on their phone or something. Like it looks like it's an investment, like it looks like a banking app or something. That's how they're getting away with it. Wherever they're spending a good amount of time. But that looks like a folder, like an app that would look like a banking app. That's how they're getting away with it. They're sneaky. This person's up to no good. However they're doing it, they've been doing it for a long time. Johnny Vandevenner. Is David chatting with other women's? A lot of other women's. A lot of other women. Wow. Well, I mean, hell, it ain't gonna, if it makes you feel any better, it's not gonna last long. It won't last much longer. I see this person's in a family. There's some challenging memories here with how this whole new love situation got off the ground. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you guys met at work or what, but this guy's in a family. And there's a challenging memory in the past about a new love situation. What was that, at work or what? The challenge here is this gentleman and his lifestyle. There is a challenge here with the gentleman and the lifestyle and his partying and who he likes to hang out with. It's a lot of girls. And then he's exhausted, and he's telling you he's tired, he's exhausted, he's under all this pressure from work, I'm tired. And I've got the guy, I got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, but who's these three girls? The challenge is that this person's having a great time, and they come home tired, and they're telling you that they're under all this pressure, and you're so sweet. Look at you, all sweet. There's a female here, a female energy, very sweet and sincere. In the future, listen, there's a judgment here, and this person's quite creative when they talk to you about money. The married guy. There's something here about something being final in the future. Someone gets creative. I don't know if there's kids in the picture or what, but because sometimes pages can be kids. I got 2 pages here. When someone's talking to you about resources, when they're talking to you about spending a little bit of money. However this happens, this emperor, his whole world is completely rocked at that point. Now, one of you all's doing this. They're a happy family in the recent past. And then things get challenging. Was it challenging when a new baby arrived or what? But to me, if it's not challenge of a new baby, because it's a fond memory, this is a challenging new love. It was hard for this new love to get off the ground. And in order to make this thing work, it's a challenge on this guy. A challenge on him to hang out with this new friend of his. And he's exhausted, he's tired, and he's under all this pressure, and this Queen of Cups is here, she can feel it. She's exhausted, she's tired, she's fed up. This is nothing but a burden. There's discernment here. This person gets creative on how they talk to you and where they're spending resources. This emperor, man, whatever it is, the tower falls. So I don't know which one of you's doing it, if it's the man or the woman. I guess if it's not you, it's the other party. One of you's doing it. Challenge getting this new love off the ground. How am I going to make this work? Challenge on this gentleman, hanging out with this gentleman, or one of you's doing it. Challenging of the new lifestyle, because I'm exhausted. This is too much pressure. It's hard on me. And I see, to me, this looks like a female that wants to take the burden off this person. Here, honey, you lay down. I know you had a hard day. This person gets real crafty how they talk to you about money. Just seems like there's a lot of receipts on this, hon. This person's been real crafty. Just seems like everything just collapses all in 1 5 second. There's receipts, you know, this is receipts. There's news here that comes in about a tiny little bit of money, and whatever it is, Emperor Tower, it just destroys it. To me, honey, there's receipts. There's always receipts. There's receipts on this. It could be from a restaurant, a place where people go out and celebrate things. I thought you were at work or something like that. Johnny Vandeventer. Twin soul. Hello. Will I meet my future husband this coming year? Twin soul. Will I meet my future husband this coming year? Miss Rothschild. Miss Kardashian. If I remember correctly. That's a mouthful. Man, I'm looking for love, and I see you starting to grow a grudge. How long is this going to take? I see you hating on the people around you, and you're like, what is the secret? Are they paying for these men? Are they paying for dates? I'm getting worried. Why ain't nobody talking to me? I got a booger on my nose. Does he not even see me? What is going on? In the recent past, I see you looking at a relationship too, carrying some type of grudge over how long it went on. Somebody here lied. They're being bullied. There's a lie here. Don't believe everything you see. There's something here about some little rumor about where somebody got betrayed and the amount of time that was invested there. And there's a big fat lie about that as well. 5 of Swords to the moon. Don't believe everything you hear. There's something here about a date or an offer from some gentleman. This guy's stable. This is somebody you married. And there's something here about you're worried to talk to this guy. I'm real worried to talk to this guy. I don't even know if I should even entertain him. And you're trying to play it smart. I see that. I'm trying to play it smart, man. I don't know if I should give this guy any attention at all, because I heard some things about some things. You're coming across as a very strong, educated female. You're smart. You're strong. And I think that's true as well. You're like, well, am I too strong for these guys? Like, they don't want a strong woman. They don't want a smart woman. And I see you getting creative and really prettying yourself up to make yourself stand out. Really playing up your good qualities, right? Your feminine nature. And you are standing out. Right, you do get, girl, you get a hell of a lot of attention when you go out. I don't know what you do. Go get a makeover. Your current energy is screaming makeover. And whatever you did, girl. You really stand out. You're getting a hell of a lot of attention from the gentleman. Word. How you get Queen of Wands verifying a Queen of Wands? That is amazing. Girl, you're getting a lot of attention. You're the only girl in the room. You are on fire. How do you get the King of Wands with the King of Wands? I know that's right. Okay, look, here's the deal. There's something here about you've caught someone's attention, especially in a relationship, but there's something here about wherever this is taking place, it's in poor taste. It would be if this is happening at a job, per se, wherever this is, it would have to be kept a secret. And this guy's just worried. He don't want to talk to you for that reason. There's something here about, I don't want to mess up a good thing. I'm too worried to take a chance. And whatever this is, this person feels like you know the same thing when it comes to relationships and boundaries and such. But there's some small casual flirting going on. Maybe a little teasing in the recent past. Now listen, you've gotten quite creative, and I see you really pretty, and you're standing out and getting a lot of attention, a lot, from men and women. I mean, this would be in compliment from men and women. That's how much attention you're getting. Compliment from both sexes, current energy. Now in the future, the reason I went into the second deck is because the future really has me perplexed. The challenge of making this thing work, especially if, you know, you and this person, highly compatible. You've got the Queen of Wands clarifying each other, and the King of Wands clarifying each other. So you two are highly compatible. The challenge of making this thing work, when it comes to this gentleman taking initiative after you, the challenge of him being interested in a relationship, he's not in the future. He's not. There's something here about long-term commitment, and something would have to close out with him in order for this to move forward. Now, you know, to me, it's given a work vibe. There's something here in order to make this thing work. And if that's like dating somebody you work with, especially, it's not that this guy's not attracted to you, but there's something about him rejecting you at this time, rejecting this love offer in the future. It could be because there's some type of, like, especially if this is a manager and you're one of the subordinates, something would have to change before he could move forward with it. It's something like that. There's also some really nasty bullying that happened in the recent past, and none of that shit was true. None of it. Somebody here saw something about a relationship and they had a grudge for a long time with this person. They made up a nasty low blow, and none of it was true. Don't believe everything you hear about this guy, because you got emperor. I'm talking about one guy. None of that was true about something he participated in. This guy's very stable. You have reason to doubt, there's suspicion. This person deserves, there is a gentleman in the past that deserves benefit of the doubt. And I see you looking at it. This guy is marriage material. It comes across as strong. You two have a hell of a lot in common. There's real good energy. You two flirt. Strong attraction, but very disciplined attraction. That's why I feel like, is this going on at work or someplace where it's just frowned upon? I see you getting creative and getting lots of attention. You stand out in the public eye. My word. But the challenge of making this thing work, and this guy taking initiative, taking action. The challenge of him taking action towards you in the future. He's coming across like he's not interested, that he's not interested in a relationship. Ace of Cups reversed. No. And the reason that is this level of commitment, he's telling me something else would have to change, completely close out before he can move forward. That's where I'm going with that, if any of that makes sense to you, okay? Now, furthermore, somebody in this equation was lied on bad. Somebody here had a personal vendetta, a personal grudge with either you or him. And they started a nasty, ignorant little rumor, and there wasn't an ounce of truth to it. Not an ounce of truth. Someone here really does deserve benefit of the doubt. And I rarely ever say that, ever. Every reason to be highly suspicious of this rumor, because I don't see it. but furthermore, it made the other party pause before they. It's like, man, I don't know. I heard some things, but there wasn't an ounce of truth to it. Don't believe everything you hear. There was a very nasty, low blow, a real ignorant little hater that said some shit, and the reason is this person. They had their own grudge. They had their own personal vendetta. This was their little way to get back at somebody by starting some nasty, ignorant little. It could have been somebody saying that somebody was gay or some shit. This ain't true. That's not true. This guy's highly attracted to women. Something like that. Johnny Van Deventer, I already read for you. Ape 2023. I want to get employment as soon as possible. Is this person getting employment? Ape 2023. APE 2023. This person needs employment as soon as possible. Oh my God. Oh, girl, be careful who you put on your resume for your, what do you call those, references? Be careful who you put on your resume for references, because it looks like I see you focused heavily on work, man. You're trying to overcome something. You're focused, man. You got a lot of bills on your plate. I see you making a lot of phone calls, doing a lot of texting, for work. The challenge, man, it's like there's not enough hours in the day. I got so much going on. I've got more bills in the mailbox. I need a job. I need something that pays good. I need a fresh start I need something that pays well. And you're really highly focused there. And whatever this is, your current energy, I see you waiting and you're being patient, but you're being ripped off. You got these three little bitches around you. Girl, they ain't your friends. Listen, there's something here about being patient. And somebody here is trying to tell you how to get away with something. And it's these people. Especially this one friend of yours. But here's the thing. There's somebody here lying to you. Talking about be patient. They're lying to you. This person's hanging around you. I'm telling you, because somebody here is calling you lazy, selfish, greedy, you ain't shit. And in the future, I'm seeing, I'm sorry to inform you. And I see you looking at this person like, what do you mean you're sorry to inform me? I see you hitting a whole new low and getting extremely depressed. This person said terrible things about you. I'm sorry to inform you. What do you mean? Because there's extreme rejection here. And I see it really putting you in a state of depression, you losing your confidence. Because there's something here about you being a go-getter at your last job. Boy, you had a lot of responsibility. You was basically running the place. And there's something here about being patient, especially if this is some form of healing work. And somebody feel like, yeah, you think you're going to get away, and I see you talking, celebrating, hanging out with these people. One of these females, and it's a female, one of these females ain't shit. They're describing you as worthless. You ain't shit on the job. You're lazy. You're sick all the time. You don't heal. This person calling you sneaky, sketchy, cliquish. And I see you getting the, we regret to inform you. And I see you looking at somebody like, what? This same woman is going to feel sorry for you. It's like, oh, keep your head up, friend. And this person's going to say, oh, I'm sorry you didn't get it. That sucks for you. It's the same person that's, okay. This person's very, very focused too. If this is somebody you work with at the job, the challenge of trying to keep up with you at the job as well. They're very focused on where you're going, what you're doing, how you're getting ready to level up. And you've been patient. So this person's got a little plan, them and their other 3 little bitchy friends, the flying monkeys. This person's greedy. So they're going to say that you ain't shit. I see you getting, I'm sorry, I regret to inform you. And I see you like, what do you mean? How? How is that possible? I see you, the same girl's going to say that they feel sorry for you and all this. No. I don't know what you're going after. But you got somebody, if you're using somebody as a reference or this is a previous employer, this person. What else? She don't care about that. The girl needs a job. 8/20/23. I want to get employment as soon as possible. Yeah, you need to protect yourself. Yeah, it's the same cards. Listen, there's something here about you being very guarded in the recent past. And there's these people that you're hanging out with, and they seem very friendly, but they're up to no good. They're like spies. They're up to no good. It's the same people you hanging around. They're up to no good. Right. It's like, man, I know my breakthrough's on the way. I deserve this big offer. You're looking for the big offer. And you're trying to be patient. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to hurt your feelings probably, but not really. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. There's something here where you are really pushing hard to get up. Get on up. You're trying to get some type of big financial offer. And for whatever reason, the challenge of the justice and the challenge is you feel like this is due you. You're telling me I already know that stuff. Just because I don't have the certifications or the schooling, that doesn't matter. I know, like you're saying you had on-the-job training or what. It's like I've watched them do it. I deserve that job. I don't need the certifications or the accreditations. I don't need it. So you're being patient and you're hanging around all the right people. You're trying to rub elbows. And there's something here about getting away with lying. There's something here about trying to get away with accreditation, saying that you did more than what you did, or that you have accreditations. I'm sorry. The challenge here is I'm sorry, but there's something here you never considered. There's something here that you never considered. You never considered, it's like you're getting these denials and these regret to inform you because you never considered one aspect of something. Now, in the future, I do see something coming to light about an offer, and I see the challenge of you getting caught. Because when it's time to push you ahead, there's a dispute, and the dispute will get you disqualified. It will get you disqualified from employment. This was supposed to be a fresh start, and you get very excited about it. And there's this big hiccup in the future. You're all happy about this new offer, but you get worried about it, as you should be. Someone's very excited. They're rushing towards you. It's a very competitive market where a lot of people are looking for work. And I see you getting excited, but the challenge here is going to disqualify you if you get caught. If you get caught in the future, that's what I'm seeing. There's something that you get all excited and happy about a potential offer. The challenge of getting caught. You just want to get, all you got to do is push through. I'm trying to push through the competition. Everybody else is looking for work too. They're all excited about it too. But there's something here you never considered. The challenge, something like that. Also, I don't like these people that you were hanging around. Something will come to light in the future about this job offer. Somebody here is going to get caught. Somebody you're running around with. And I do see them arguing about it. I see a big argument. It's like, I don't even work with them people. Something like that. Something's going to come to light where somebody's going to get caught up. Whoever said whatever that they were saying, they will get caught in the future. RJ wants to know if he's going to meet a twin flame this summer. Why, RJ? Why? Why would you want to do that? Why do you want to get struck by the thunderbolt? You want to get struck by the thunderbolt? No. Hold on. This is for 8/20/23. 8/20/23. Eight 2023. Look, there's something here. There's something here about you hanging out and wanting reciprocity, wanting to be paid your worth. You're doing the same work as everybody else, and you feel like you're being held back for a long time. And I see a gentleman really looking at you, and he's entertaining it. This is a challenging work environment. You need to be honest. You're going to have to, it's hard for you to tell the truth. But there's a professional here. Because in the future, what I'm seeing is there's unemployment, but this guy, you're going to be extremely happy. He is going to make you very happy and push you to the top, but there's a need to be honest with him. The challenge of your work and what you're capable of, what accreditations you do have or don't have, be honest about it right now. Because yes, you're an outsider coming in, but this guy is willing to take a chance on you. I see you being extremely happy. I see you getting this position. I see a change in your, whatever this is, this promotion, this huge thing. You're able to change vehicles. Everybody knows you the shit. Whoever you hung out with, yeah, you just want equal pay. Hold on for a second. How long were you there? How long did you work there? This guy's willing to listen to you. And he's doing it because it's a challenging work environment. The truth is, he thinks you have what it takes. Queen of Pentacles, when it comes to work. You're coming in as an outsider. 5 of Pentacles, but this is going to change everything. You will be extremely happy. This is a huge level up for you, Chariot. You have to be honest about it, though. You're going to have to be honest about this work environment, what you did and what you didn't do. Don't go in lying. RJ. Will RJ meet the twin flame, the thunderbolt? Something about feeling underappreciated for everything you do, something like that. Anyway, RJ, let's go for RJ. All right, let's go for RJ. Come on. Let's get off of the soapbox there. We're going for RJ. Oh, God, RJ. Yeah. I don't see, no, this is a karmic. I see another karmic coming in for you. So this person, something was exposed, whoever this person is that you bound to meet, something was exposed in the recent past, where whatever they were getting away with was exposed. Whether they were doing it or someone else was doing it, it was exposed. It was some form of, Seven of Swords reversed. You get away with it until you get caught. This person was caught. In the recent past, somebody here was caught up. On top of it, I do feel like it could have been a marriage. On top of it, they didn't fare well, meaning Six of Pentacles reversed. When it comes to splitting assets, they didn't fare well. It's kind of embarrassing. There was definitely a lot of heartbreak with this, a lot of betrayal. Definitely could have been a third party involved, the challenge of a third party, a lot of heartbreak. And I could see where you feel sorry for this person and kind of consoling them. And this is somebody that's, and if it's not you feeling sorry, it's you saying, well, I mean, this person is going to come across as a lot stronger now. But trust me, whoever this is, it's embarrassing. They've given more than they've received. They've had their challenge of third parties. They've had their challenge of heartbreaks. This person's coming across as, they may have a tough exterior, but they're hiding a lot of hurt behind it. Because the Strength card is capitalizing all this. Underneath of it is a lot of hurt, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of giving more than this person ever got back in return. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. There's a lot of cheating, a lot of third-party interferences, a lot of bullshit that we all go through, in my opinion. But not all of us, shit. Some of us. Some of us. This person's current energy is that they have moved on. They have moved on. They are definitely overcoming some type of situation they just got out of, coming across as single. This person's coming across as tough. They have boundaries and such. There's one thing I want to clarify before I do this here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Yep. Married. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you got the four of Pentacles, clarifying Four of Pentacles. They're just telling me the same thing. So listen, like I said, I already said what I said, RJ, about humiliating things. It's a person not getting what they... There was no reciprocity in the relationship. It's embarrassing. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of third parties, a lot of this person, a lot of abandonment wounds, a lot of the depression, a lot of feeling sorry. I mean, I feel sorry for this girl. I do. She's strong. She puts up strong front. And she's done a lot of work on herself and a lot of healing. This person's moved on. Absolutely. This lady has moved on. She doesn't even entertain it anymore. She's put a lot of that shit behind her. And she's telling me, I've done the work. I've healed. I've moved on. I've moved over it. I'm over it. I'm good. She's a very sweet girl. Her current energy is she's moved on. She's a go-getter. She's focused forward. She's got a lot of strong boundaries now. But... it's one of two things here in this current energy. To me, it feels, this is what I'm worried about. This person, it's almost like this could be somebody that is domesticated and they feel like everything would be healed with marriage. It's like somebody that was very worried, like maybe somebody that could be worried about their time running out, and they're looking at you like you're going to heal everything. You could definitely feel the thunderbolt. This could be a Sag or a Taurus. Scorpio's here. They're very focused. I see this person confronting you. I see a strong attraction. Mesmerized. But this Tower reverse, this is somebody that could also have the fear. It's like, I don't want this to happen. Whatever happened to them before, this is somebody that could also have the fear of not wanting to get back into it again. That said, they're also looking at you like you could be the answer to all their problems. And this person could also still be married. Although if they are, they're over it. I mean, this is one of the marriages that are no longer, like, they could still be committed. The Tower's over. The Tower's done hit. You might want to ask this person, why are you still married anyway? They may have some reason, but if you confront this person about a marriage, why they're there, why they're committed to it, the Tower's over. But it could be, Empress is a mother. You got Queen of Cups, Empress. It could be because they were doing something for their kids or what. Because in the future, I see them holding on to this commitment, holding on to this. And it could be for money, Four of Pentacles. They're saving something. There's something here about holding on to a commitment. Because this person... It's like, did you not learn your lesson? You're looking at them. Like, how long are you going to do this? And I see a conversation about talking to this person about why they're holding on to it. Why are you holding on to this third party? Why? There's something here about when you confront this person, it's Tower reverse. Like, yeah, it's over. And you're looking at them and you're like, well, Temperance, Empress, like you're looking at them. And you're asking them in the future, why are you holding on to this commitment? Why then? And Three of Pentacles reverse, it's like, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Whatever that is, they have a reason for not wanting to let it go. They do. I think it has something to do with money. Because in the recent past, when I look at the money, this is embarrassing. Six of Pentacles reverse, this person did not get what was due them. They gave a lot more than what they ever got, and it's heartbreaking. And I see it's embarrassing, and it's hurt. It's caused a lot of hurt. At any rate, I see you straight up asking this person, hey, King of Swords is here. How long you gonna let this thing drag out? I mean, shit. You've got the Knight of Pentacles reverse. I mean, damn, you're making it harder on yourself. How long are you gonna drag this thing out? And I see you're talking about, if they're talking about kids or what even. Hey, I mean, it's a very casual conversation. It's like, why are you holding on to this third party? For what reason? But that's all I'm seeing about this person that you're getting ready to meet. I don't want to call them karmic, but I'm seeing a lot of threes up in here. You got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. It's like, don't you know threes are proud? This person here is holding on to some other bad habits as well. They are. They're also holding on to some other bad habits. They got their share of bad habits. This is Temperance Empress. This is a very healing, fertile woman. Don't get me wrong, but they are still holding on to some bad habits. They still have some bad habits to clean up as much as this person has healed. Because it's like, no, I've worked on myself. I've let all that go. I've healed. Sweet girl, honest girl. Temperance with the Empress. This person is gorgeous, smart, beautiful, older woman. But there's the Tower reverse is not wanting to let something collapse all the way. Why? And you're looking at her like, why? Why do you want to be stuck to this dude? Didn't you leave? But she's saying, I'm holding on to this Hierophant, this commitment for a reason. It's got something to do with money, not getting your just due. I didn't get something. So this is somebody that could be, Hierophant can also be court. Maybe they're for tax reasons. Shit, man, it's hard out here for a pound. A lot of money talk up in here, right? Taxes and such. Maybe she's trying to hold on to a last name, especially if you have young kids. Anything else about this RJ person? Whoa. Right, this Justice with the... It has something to do with money, RJ. It's got something. It's got money written all over it. Trust your intuition, sweetheart. Justice is here with this gentleman. There's a ex-husband here. But she's single, huh? So Justice is a very challenging union. And one person juggled everything, especially phone calls. But they had a lot on their plate for being a married person. And this person is very single. Shekinah, I mean, Nine of Pentacles challenge. This person is someone that pays all their own bills, and they are, for the most part, single. This person gets very quiet about why they left. Yeah. Something in the recent past, it's not over. Justice, there's maybe something still hanging out in court. And they got a lot on their plate with one or two guys from their past that they had commitment with. And they're waiting on some good news for some money here. And that's what keeps them up. So they are bound to money. There's something here where they're just not out of it. There's something here about waiting on some news for some money, and they're just not out of it. Trust your intuition, though. This person gets very quiet about why they left a situation, and I feel like you already know the truth about that. Yeah. There's something here in the future. Trust your intuition. This person left for a reason. That's the truth. The challenge of this person opening up about what happened or why, I mean, is it important? Is it important? I don't think it is. The challenge of this person seeking love or attention. There's something, I feel like this person's telling you the truth about why they left. And the challenge of giving this person a love offer or what, I mean, trust your intuition. This person, I think they're still just in the midst of some type of money, something to do with money, family values and such. John D. Van, yeah, I was talking about that guy. Oh, goodness. Patrick Dickinson, no. I need a better question. Sola 6044. What are his intentions towards me? Does he realize my value now? So she got some dude that she's dealing with, and I guess she's already dealt with him before. Yeah, he broke your heart too, huh, girl? Yes, he did. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just his intentions. When we asked about his intentions, that's why I chuckled. Honey, what do you think his intentions are? His intentions are what all day little intentions are. He finds you hot. Okay. You turn him on. One thing you're good at is turning a brother on. Hello? Yeah, he sees your value. Queen of Pentacles. You must be some hard worker, some breadwinner out here. You be getting money. What do they call you? Big mama. They call you big money. Okay, big money. Well, I do not want to be called big money. Don't you ever. Don't you ever call me big money. That is such an insult to a female. Yeah, what's all this big money talk? Oh no, this person calling you big money. Sula, S.o.b 6044. What is his intentions towards me? Does he realize my value now? And has he discovered the truth about his toxic environments? You a Taurus woman? No shit. I got the Taurus woman. Queen of Pentacles, you out here. You all up out here. And he's a Libra. Him's a Libra. Okay. Who's this Gemini up in here? Scorpio, Gemini, don't matter. Don't have to have nothing to do with it. But... Okay. Yeah, this person in the recent past was all excited about you. Fresh start. I mean, very sexually attracted to you. However, what is this heartbreak about? Was there a third party? If there was or there wasn't, there was a heartbreak. And we're very focused on the recent past about why that happened, huh, man? And that was hard to get over. And you felt like this person needed to be disciplined for that. Whatever that memory is. Somebody here, it was a fresh start, very attracted, but boom, third party, or boom, heartbreak. And this person is focusing, somebody here is blaming the other person. What'd you do? Put him in timeout, blaming them, accusing them of hurting them. I got the other party saying it was a hard decision. And it's going to require some discipline here. You know, discipline this person from the past. Now, when I come to big money, big mama up here, money bags, Taurus, Queen of Pentacles. I love the Queen of Pentacles, by the way. She's my favorite queen. You're very stable. This person definitely sees your value. They're trying to stop this thing from the Tower Challenge. They're trying to stop this thing from completely hitting the ground and collapsing. This person does have deep feelings for you, for sure. You know that. In the past, they're being described as immature. I mean, hell, when I look at the gentleman here, night, you got a little baby. You got a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Swords. Coming up to a whole Queen of Pentacles. The person's immature. What they focused on is their lust. No doubt they was going to hurt you. And they're trying to say, no, I'm better now. What about all the good times? And they're trying to remind you of the good memories. They don't want it to completely end. And they're trying to keep their foot in the door. They're trying to say that they're strong and that you can still have a fresh start. I see all that. But trust your intuition about some third party. Because for whatever reason, this was a real hard start. Now, whether it was just one third party, it's just like this person has a hard time. They're coming across as immature. They don't know if they want to chase just you or other people. But they don't want it to end. They do have strong feelings for you. Now, in the future, I see this person confronting you, wanting to push things forward really quick, wanting to heal it. But while they're doing it, I'm glad you brought up your value. Because whatever this is, Ace of Pentacles, they're seeing the financial backing. There's something here about you being a financial backing. If this thing was to rush forward, they have some life on easy street and full reverse. They're hoping that you'll be just naive enough to do this. It's like, you know what, I'll put up with it. Let's move it forward. I'll heal it. But they're doing it. They're calling you big money. Yeah, they see your value, but they see your value for all the wrong reasons. This person's immature. I'm not saying that they're always going to be immature, but they're too immature for you. They're too immature for you. They're doing it for all the wrong reasons. They're not doing it for love. They're doing it because it's going to make their life easier financially. Does that make sense, big money? That is for Sula, 6044. Okay? Are you 60 and they're 44? Because they got a lot of 15 years catching up to do, if that's the case. And I'm just trying to be funny. I don't know how old you are. Nor 301. I don't know how old your son is. Will Amar, my son, find a job soon? I'm scared to read for your kid. Your kid has to be 18 or older. I'm sorry, I don't mean to skip you, but I really know. I need to know the age. Oh my God, I'm gonna do it. Oh, this girl, man. Thelma, thank you for being here. I just now see you here, 2 hours and 30 minutes in. I don't know when you got on, but thank you for being here. Samaya Hassan, no, I need a yes or no question. Patrick Dickinson. Is Patrick Dickinson on the right path? Patrick, that is not a yes or no question, but I'm just going to do it and get it out of the way. Yeah, Spirit's talking about the path you're on. Let's talk about it, boss. Let's talk about this path you're on. You seeing a lot of birds lately or feathers or something? Wow, Patrick Dickinson? You need to know about the right path, and now you got a spirit guide here talking about the path. I'm glad you asked. Are you single? Patrick Dickinson, are you single? I see you, Norn. Are you saying he's 23? Okay. Patrick Dickinson, you still here? like we're on a Teams call and you done went out to mow the grass and now you're getting called on. You better hurry up and unmute your button. Run back in and unmute your button. You about to get fired. Oh my God, they just asked for my input on a Teams call and I wasn't even paying attention. Get out of the bathroom, run. Go unmute your mic. It's true. You've been on here for an hour. I'm sorry, Thelma. Thank you for being here. Okay, Patrick Dickinson. Are you still here? Are you single? Because it looks like, look, whatever path you're on in the recent past, I see you minding your damn business. And you got a lot on your plate as it is. Looks like you ain't even looking for love at all. I see this female here. And there's something about her being a damsel in distress and needing help. Very sweet girl. And she's not for sure what, especially, she could just ask you for directions for real. Is she lost? Because the truth is, this is the girl here. This is the girl here you end up spending the rest of your life with. There is something here very important about the path you're on. I see you being distracted. You got a lot going on. You're not even interested in love. Maybe you fell out of love recently where y'all just ain't been getting along, because there's this Queen of Pentacles in your current energy. And this person has a lot of, they're upset. This person's upset and they're worried. And whoever this female is, her challenge of where she's supposed to be. She don't know where in the hell she's supposed to be. It could be somebody straight up, a female looking for directions. But the challenge of what path, where she's supposed to be, because the truth is, this is the girl here you're supposed to be with. Hierophant Empress. This is the girl you end up marrying. Especially if you were a gentleman. Oh, I'm upset. There's a person here very upset, very worried. Sweet girl. What action do I take? What path am I supposed to be on? There is a path of marriage right here. Patrick Dickinson. If you're a female or male, whatever's going on, that needs to help you. If you're a female, I see you being upset and worried and concerned, but whatever path you're on, I see marriage in the future. A big commitment. And that's the truth. King of Pentacles, right? You had Queen of Pentacles. Cap in the reading. And there's something here about being in a very challenging situation. King of Pentacles challenge in the recent past. It could have been challenged with money or stability or something. The truth is, this is hard. It's just been hard. But there's something here about unfinished business in the future. You got unfinished business. There's a gentleman here coming across as single, Nine of Pentacles. I mean, he's telling me that when it comes to his finances, it's, he's stable, but he's not as stable as he wants to be. But he's Nine of Pentacles. He's a lot better off than most guys. The current energy, but the truth, this is hard. It could be hard, physically hard, just being a single person. But there's a very challenging memory from the past. Very challenging. The truth is, whatever this was, current energy, when we review something from the past, there's some challenge to it. In the future, you've got unfinished business. Emperor reversed, you got unfinished business with somebody. Yeah, some type of twin flame. This came up twice. I just didn't want to say twin flame. It is. King of Pentacles challenge. Nine of Pentacles upright. You two fell out. You had a disagreement. You fell out. And it looks like, from the gentleman's perspective, maybe he just wanted to focus on his career. The current energy is things are tough. And it's tough. And when we look back on the past, we have challenging memories from the past, is what I'm saying. Very challenging memories from the past. And the reason you're having those is because you are supposed to take a new risk. The truth is, things have been hard. There's something here about reminiscing on past memories when things were lighter and more carefree, and you are meant to take that risk. In the future, you've got unfinished business. Emperor, reverse. The challenge here of what, you think somebody is going to reject you. There's unfinished business. Emperor reverse. I see a gentleman here fearing rejection. However, if Emperor reverse is somebody that's being put in a position of authority they ain't got no business being in. I mean, I'm gonna take this risk, but I don't want this person to reject me. Well, I mean, I guess the only way they would reject you is if you were still married or something like that. You know, also, Emperor reverse, there's something here about someone not feeling appreciated. You got unfinished business, Emperor reverse. This is somebody that just wasn't, maybe wasn't ready for marriage or commitment. There's something here about not feeling appreciated. It just seems like a very emotional conversation coming in the future about something, a very emotional conversation about why somebody wasn't appreciated. It seems like this is an ex, somebody that we're already familiar with or something. Something like that. We're already familiar with them. All right, Nor, about your son. Last year he worked online before, but no, the company stopped or something. So you want to know when he's going to get a job. This 23-year-old son of yours, will he be getting a job soon? Nor wants to know about her boy. He's 23. Will he be getting a job soon? Nor, will he be getting a job soon? Damn, he is not working at this time. Something did close. So in the recent past, you got the world card. It closed, honey, and that definitely could have been online. Usually the world card could be the internet as well. But something here ended for sure. Currently, we're out of work. 5 of Pentacles. We are poverty. If we're not completely out of work, I mean, we're definitely having a hard time paying rent. Yeah, definitely sitting at home. This person probably saved a little bit of money from the past as well. Had some job that they were trying to hold on to for a while. In the recent past, even when this closed out, either they had a small savings or they were holding on to this job for as long as they could. So even after other places closed, this person was able to hold on to their position for a little while longer. Or something about a savings account. Maybe that's the mother of the Empress is here. Maybe you were, you had a savings for them or something. Interesting. Interesting. Because this person's unemployed, but yet I see them hanging out with this friend group. Who are these people? Because there's something here about this person's broke. They're unemployed. Yet they're hanging out with people, for sure. And they're getting to know people, other people there. There's a professional here in the future, and somebody here has resources. Whoever this professional is, they have resources, a lot of them, and they have connections, resources and connections. It could be like a temp service or something, but whoever this professional is, they've got resources and connections. I've got a friend. And whoever this is, this person is going to make you extremely happy. But there's something here about, what is this? Thinking about family, thinking about family business, maybe? What is that? So I see these three people coming together. And I'm trying to get somebody's, I'm trying to understand here. And there's this professional, and he's got resources. He knows people. This is somebody that knows people. And I see us celebrating. That's a great idea. But there's a challenge here about someone's really thinking if they want to, I don't know, get involved with family or something. Because I see this thing closed out, and I see old Mom Dukes helping. And Mom, you are a helper. You're a helper. You've been holding this person down. Empress with the temperance. You have been doing everything, or trying to. You've been trying to. The current energy is this guy's unemployed. And I see him making friends. And we're trying to learn from, I don't know, we're just talking, I guess talking with other people. Current energy is we're doing a lot of hanging out with other folks. You gotta be kidding. They give me the Three of Cups to clarify the Three of Cups. Because all I see this person doing is hanging out and partying in the current energy. That's what I see. I see this person hanging out and partying. When I'm looking at the perspective of this person, all I see is a bunch of hanging out and partying. I just didn't want to say it. I mean, for a broke person, they be hanging out. I'm just looking at your point of view because all they seem to be doing is hanging out. Now, damn it. That's what I'm seeing. And Spirit's saying the same thing. Are you getting what I'm looking? Because this person, they're broke. No job. But when I look at the perspective on this, the challenge of looking at this thing the right way, because all I'm seeing is partying, and they're clarifying it with the Three of Cups. I don't know, is this person wanting to become a DJ, a bartender? Well, what are we doing here? Because professionally speaking, this person, there's something about the future and capitalizing on the resources we have available, the friends we already knew. What is going to make you happy? And I see this person really giving a lot of thought to what family said. Maybe a family business, some type of family business, or whatever a family member said about making oneself happy. What are you already good at? Do something that makes you happy. And this person's giving it a lot of thought. It has to do with something with family. The challenge is the family, and if this is going to be something about a family business, running something out of a family home, something like that. Because this is some type of party line of work. Hanging out. People celebrating. A celebratory business. And it's like, well, there's not a lot of money in a celebratory business. Well, it kind of depends on who you know and who you ask. Because there's some guy in the future. This dude is extremely resourceful. He is a professional. And he's more than happy to help. There's something here about a challenge, though, with the family. Something like that, man. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I don't know if your son is an aspiring rapper or what he is, but that's what it's giving. It's giving, I'm trying to let, that's what it's giving, honey. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be a professional Madden player. I don't know. Hmm. 8/20/23. I'm not ignoring you, hon. I'll go back and reread all this stuff later. I'm just trying to get to people. That was for Nor 301, talking about your son. All right, I'm out of here. I've been here almost 3 hours. It's time for me to go. My kid's bothering me, talking about. Yeah, she's driving me nuts. All right, Nor, let's go. Let's talk about this boy a little bit more. Oh, Lord. I know that's right. Look, I don't know what this boy of yours is into. But I'm about to tell you about it. Yeah, it's your reading. There we go. Five of Pentacles. It's out. Okay, let's go. Here's the deal. And I get it. I do. I understand why Spirit's saying it like this. I do. I get it. It's like you got to crap out before you make it. And that's what Spirit's saying. So listen. In the recent past, there's a lot this person didn't know. This emperor, this upcoming emperor challenge. You know, there's a lot he didn't know in the recent past. And yeah, he was immature and he's vulnerable, right? There's a lot he didn't know in the recent past. The challenge of, you know, people that are better than him, the challenge of his age, so on and so forth, the challenge of older people in the the challenge of older people in the game, whatever that is. And he's coming through strength reverse, being vulnerable, you know, maybe lacking discipline. Because the current energy here is, there's an I don't care attitude. I don't care how hard it is. This person is hell-bent on pushing this thing forward. I don't care. There's an I don't care attitude. And this is difficult. This is a lot of pressure. It's hard. But there's a determination from this gentleman to push forward and make something of this, the Chariot. I don't care how hard it is. I mean, I don't know if this is something that you, like you hook a, what do I want to say? You hook a trailer to a vehicle. There's a lot of pressure. But, and furthermore, Five of Pentacles reversed with the Tower upright. This person has this I don't care how hard things get attitude. Determined to push forward. And I'm sorry to tell you this, it's going to get bad. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I see this person, staying without a job for a while. And I see things getting worse before they get better. But it's like, it's what this person needs, because they have this I don't care attitude and things are getting harder, especially if we talk about making a car note or something now. But they're determined to push forward with whatever it is. And I see them staying broke for a while. In the Tower, I see things getting worse before it gets better. However, whatever it is that we're talking about, this person's determination pays off in the future. Six of Pentacles. They will start seeing reciprocity. They're going to start getting their just due in the future. There is a huge contract that comes out for this person in the future. This person finally starts seeing rewards for all their effort. I see a huge contract, a huge offer for this person. They finally start reaping the rewards after going without for so long. They have a contract, and whatever this is, it's a binding, it's a real contract. It's putting pen to paper. They are going to see rewards of this in the future. There is going to be fruit off the tree in the future. This is a real contract. You can take a real check to the bank. You can cash it. But I mean, whatever this person wants to do right now, they got this I don't care attitude. And it is going to get harder. And they are determined to push through. And they are going to continue to stay poverty for a while. And things are definitely going to get worse before they get better right now. I'm telling you that. But in the future, I do see it paying off, whatever it is, okay? I can't make it up and tell you things look pretty bad right now. But in the future, I see better days ahead. I do, absolutely. It's they're in the eye of the storm right now. I don't know how else to say that. Nor 301. All right, I'm out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all take care. I will see everybody again sometime this week. I don't want to promise anything. Thelma, thank you so much for jumping on here and helping me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my members, my old subscribers, for supporting me, and thank you for the new ones. Thank you for the likes and the loves. You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.